Hey kids, it's the Piston Flyer here, hope you're well. You catch me on a rare free Sunday, so what better thing to do than come out on the bike and tick off another one of those tours from the book Bikers Britain, The Tours, written by Simon Weir and published by the AA. Because I've only got a day spare, I've come out to do one that's relatively local to me. This one is called Bedford Loop, and as the name implies, it starts in Bedford and does a big loop, about 150 miles. If you don't know, Bedford is pretty much in the centre of the country. And I've just left Bedford and I've done a slight detour actually off the route to come to a place called Cardington. And the reason I've done that is because here is something very special, particularly if you're an aviation fan, and you'll see it very shortly in front of me, or them I should say, and that is the Cardington Sheds. Now these sheds, these big green structures you can see ahead of me, are some of the biggest buildings in the country, and the reason why they're famous and why I want to have a look at them is because they were built to build the infamous airship, there they are, the R101. So they are massive. The R101 being the largest British aircraft ever built and flown, still to this day. So just something of a historical perspective. Things have come sort of full circle for these sheds, which has obviously outlasted the R101, in that today they're being used once again to house airships. There's something called the Airlander that currently lives in one of them, and that's an airship that's being developed at the moment. It was originally a US project that was, or it started here, moved to the US, come back again. Anyway, hopefully by the end of the year we'll be seeing Airlander flying again. And in the meantime, the sheds are used for things like filming, so they've been used in past James Bond films, Batman, things like that. So yeah, very interesting couple of buildings, but I'm slightly off my route, so I'm going to turn around and go back, hopefully get another view of the sheds, and then we'll regain the route from the Bikers Britain book. So there they are, they're the sheds. And that is what they're known as, the Cardington Sheds. And they, as you can imagine, being so big, are a great thing to use as a waypoint when you're flying yourself. I've flown over this area once or twice, and obviously you can see them from miles around. There's an even better view. Here we are. Massive buildings. They're sort of the equivalent in the UK, if you like, of the Vehicle Assembly Building at NASA in Florida. They have their own climate inside, they're that big. It's difficult to get an idea of scale this far away and on the GoPro, but they are massive and they're historic, and as I say, it's where the R101 was built, and to this day are being used for more airships. Hello, some bikers. Hello sir. Hello, hello, hello. And by the looks of the trailers outside the sheds, I suspect there's some filming going on there now. Okay, that's enough about the sheds. Let's get back on our route. So, having left Bedford, the Bedford Loop route from the book takes us first towards Sandy on the A603, and that's what I'm doing now. It's one of these sort of fast A roads, if you wanted it to be. Quite busy today, so not one for hacking along, but nice surface. Sun's out. Not very warm actually for the middle of summer in Blighty. At the moment it's 17.5 degrees, and I've been on the bike actually just over an hour or so just to get up to this point from home, and I have to say I was pretty cold on the bike. I even thought about putting heated grips on. How's that for the middle of summer? It's rubbish. That's a part of the country I don't know very well. I seldom come out this way, mainly because in my mind it's just very much a sort of flatlands, not much here. So I'm hoping that this loop is going to prove me different. Well, I don't think I'm going to see any mountain ranges, but actually doing this on land rather than just flying over it en route to somewhere else might open my eyes a bit to it. Certainly, looking at the map, it looks like there might be some good riding roads, so that's obviously what I'm hoping. We're just entering the area of central Bedfordshire now. And this particular route goes through a few counties: Bedfordshire, Hertfordshire, Northamptonshire. Again, all places I don't know very well, so quite looking forward to this one. And I just hope there's a pub or something fairly soon so I can think about lunch. Moggerhanger, what a top name. And in this area there is another aviation connection, of course, because we're not very far from Biggleswade, which is just a few miles south of here, which is home to the Shuttleworth collection, of course. Well, it's many years since I've been to Sandy. I used to come here 40 plus years ago as a child. Just have friends that lived here. Long since emigrated to the US. Hello Gene, if you're watching. This is the B1042 now. Lovely road. Nice surface, nice bends and undulations. I can see why Simon Weir included this in the route. Beautiful road. Wow, wind farm just came from nowhere. Well, not farm, just the one turbine. That's the right word. And there's the transmitter anoraks, of which I'm one. There's the Sandy transmitter. Not quite as flat around here as I've been led to believe. Great roads. Excellent, so we come into a national speed limit area again, so we can do up to 60, and I'm on the B1042 now to a place called Wrestlingworth, and I've just seen a sign that says this is the scenic route, so great hope for this. So far so good, smooth windy road, weather's brightening up. What more do you need? Actually, I can answer that. My Panigale would be fantastic on this road. This is one of those B roads that would just be fantastic on a sports bike. Not that I'm unhappy to be out on the big Beamer again. It's been a while since I did a long ride on here, and I'm set for sort of a 6 or 7 hour day in the saddle today. So actually for that length of ride, this is the bike to be on. Okay, so I've just crossed the border now into Cambridgeshire, and I'm on my way now towards Huntingdon, somewhere I don't think I've ever been in my life. Next stop on the Bedford Loop. This is more like it. It's always encouraging when you see other bikers on these routes, because it makes you realise you've obviously chosen the right roads to ride. Great number plate on this R1200 RT in front of me. This number plate, don't know if the camera picks it up, R12 RTX. Excellent. So I've joined the A1198 now, and if ever there is a road that you should bring a Ducati on, even hinted at you by the number of the road, the A1198, this is it. What a fantastic ride up to Huntingdon on this one. Thoroughly recommended. Okay, so a very brief and necessary dalliance with the A1, just a couple of miles on here before we come off onto more interesting roads again. Stay tuned. This is more like it. And for a route that I thought was going to be the flatlands, which it is, it's surprising the amount of elevation changes on this ride. There's lots of these uppy downy bits that I really enjoy. Woohoo! Bit of air there. Well, this is a lovely little spot. This is Glatton. Somewhere I've never heard of, but it's very oldie-worldy, typical English village stroke town. A few nice pubs, amazing gardens, thatched roofs, that sort of thing. And my mind, as I head towards Oundle now, starts to turn towards lunch and what that might hold. So I think I'm going to be on the lookout now for a pub or similar. Temperature's now 19.5 degrees, which is much more pleasant. Ideal riding conditions. Roads are nice and grippy and sticky. Bike's handling really nicely. Turning out to be a lovely ride, about halfway round the Bedford Loop. I'm glad to say the traffic has thinned right out and it's a beautiful day for me riding. Yep, it's definitely taken a turn for the rural now. I like it. Of course, we're in East Anglia now, the home of many ex-World War II airfields. I've just passed 8th Air Force Memorial actually, on a ex-US Air Force base called Polbrook Airfield. And it's fascinating. You can find maps online of how many US Air Force bases there used to be in this part of the country in World War II, and the place was absolutely littered. So hence when you come around here now, there's a lot of things like memorials and just signs of where airfields used to be. And as an aviation fan, that sort of thing interests me. Look at this view. Who says East Anglia is boring? Wow, look at that place. Looks lovely. Not sure I want to have to maintain that thatch roof though. Beautiful little village out here at Polbrook. Quite unusual for an East Anglian place actually. The stone here looks almost Cotswoldy. How interesting. Ooh, here's a pub. I wonder. Looks very nice. We'll see what else there is. Right, Oundle 972. It's been around for a while. Have they got any half decent pubs? A spot of lunch. That's the question on my mind. It looks alright. Tap and kitchen at Oundle Wharf. So, splendid lunch had at Oundle Wharf. My bike has made some friends while I was in there. Time to resume the route.